I'm your baby, and I'm gonna stay with you. Yeah, call me crazy, but I still love you. Still love you. Even all the dysfunctional things you do. Like even when you're wrong and won't admit the truth. But you can call me crazy, cause I'm your baby, and I'm gonna stay with you.
All right, we are back. Moments with Mason. Series 3, the end of this series with Dawn and Savannah's breakup to makeup is getting back with an ex. A good thing or a bad thing? Let's go ahead and get to the infamous couple here. TSU, we love you. Yes, that's what we do. So how are you guys doing today?
Great.
That's good. That's good. I learned a lot from you guys' interviews, understanding that even though we're not 100% together, we still can get back together and try to work things out. And another thing that I just think both interviews really touched on is forgiveness. Understanding that, yeah, we hurt each other, yeah, we did it, but let's forgive. Let's get over it. Let's try to put that in the past, and let's try to start again. So that was a really big thing for me, just forgiveness, how you guys have really forgiven each other and said, we can do this. Let's try again. So, how's the relationship going now?
Everything is great.
Okay.
Everything is great.
All right.
We've done a lot of changing mentally, spiritually, socially, and just overall in the relationship.
Well, that's good. That's good. How long have you guys been back together?
I never broke up.
Okay.
I never broke up. She did that. How long you been?
We had a renewal about a week ago, so I would say we start over. And every time he starts talking about marriage, I say, "I just met you." So we have to get to know each other.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what are some things that you guys have changed in this second go round of this relationship to make sure that we don't break up again?
One thing that we did when we first got back together was that we put our issues on the table and we said what we're not going to do. So our likes and our dislikes. So we're doing more of what we like and less of what we dislike.
Okay, that's good. Mr. Savanas?
We changed a lot of things. We put God in the middle of our relationship. That was one of the big things we knew had to happen. And since we've been back together, we've realized that He has required more of us than what we thought it was going to be. But we actually decided to invest 100% into this rather than being halfway in, halfway out. We decided to really both invest 100% in the relationship.
Well, that's good. Investing in each other. That's good. So, do you think what made you break up in the past is still an issue right now? Will that ever arise again? Seeing that you guys have put that on the table, do you think that evil monster will come up again?
Whatever I don't like about her is something I don't really like about myself. Whatever she didn't like about me was really something she didn't like about herself. Okay. And so we had to change our perspective and, just learn how to communicate better and do right by each other. We had to heal first, separately, and deal with everything from our life in order to come back together. And we're still in the process of healing from other things that have happened in our life and making things better.
I say that in my book, Me Before We, that you must understand yourself before you try to link with another person. It is hard when you don't understand yourself and you have issues and you have family issues, trust issues, insecurities, and you haven't healed. That's what chapter 3 is about, really, really healing from past relationship issues, family issues, trust issues before you try to link with someone else. Because we tend to understand that we've been hurt, but we don't go to the places that we can heal. Have you guys got any backlash from friends or family of getting back together?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We have had friends call me specifically about this issue. I've gotten long Facebook messages from people and family members who won't talk to you or will feel some type of way about you nixed and cut all of that off. You cut all of that off.
Right. Well, I mean, that's good. Do you think that during the course of the first relationship, and I don't want to go back, I want to stay forward, but during the course of the first relationship, some of the people who were giving you advice, are those some of the people that you had to cut off?
Yes. We tend to go to people that we feel like we can trust in other areas in our life. And, you know, being that you're in a relationship and you love someone and you go talk to someone, they soon can turn on you because, you know, even if it's a close friend, they start, like, you start talking to a dude or you start talking to a female that are your friends, you start telling them about your relationship, then they start giving you advice and telling you, well, you need to leave her alone or you need to leave him alone or, you know, and then just one thing leads to another. It just causes chaos because one thing you lose is you lose friends, you kind of lose respect for the one you're with, but then you have to realize I'm in this situation because I'm in this situation.
Explain what makes Dawn and Silas happy. Savanis, Mr. Savanis, what makes Dawn happy? And Dawn, what makes Savanis happy?
Who's first?
I'll let you go first.
I'm first. Okay.
Yes.
What makes Dawn happy? What makes Dawn happy that I do? What does she like?
Just what makes her happy. You know?
I'll say this about happiness. Happiness is your own responsibility.
Okay.
So it's my happiness is my responsibility. Her happiness is her responsibility.
Okay.
Now, what does she like that I do for her that puts a smile on her face?
Okay.
If I told you, you try to do it.
Well.
So I'm gonna keep it to myself. You see, Dawn likes little things. She's not as grand as you would think that she is. Okay. She likes little things. We have little intimate things, but Dawn likes to laugh. And
really? Oh my goodness!
You don't understand.
Can we get that on camera?
It's not a. I told you, it's this thing. She multifaceted. She has layers.
Layers, yes. Have you guys talked about marriage, babies, grandkids, furthering the Let What Song name?
Yes. He's talked about it since like the third day I've known him. I
Really?
want my family like this. I want my wife like this. And I'm just like...
She talks about it as well when we made this agreement to never break up ever and be together forever.
Okay.
She just didn't realize that when we said forever, we just weren't going to be friends.
Right.
We will be friends. We are friends forever. But
now I'm going to throw this question in.
Go ahead.
We talked about the, in Dawn's interview, we talked about the 5-year gap that you guys have. How is it dating an older man?
It comes a little bit more responsibility. Like you just have to be considerate of his mind, the time frame that he's in, the time frame that you're in, and just some things. Because there's some things that I understand on a different level at my age, and then there's some things that he thinks on a different level at his age. So it's the gap. It complements. We complement each other. Because I'm young and I'm trendy, and you know he's older and he's
young and trendy.
His time is ticking and. We complement each other very well because I can keep him up with the new trends and he can keep me up to date with the older fashion and stuff like that.
Wow. And the question to you, Mr. Let What Song?
I mean, without all the shade she just threw, I agree with her. You know what I'm saying? I agree with what she said. There are things that that we can learn from one another, especially being, just having that gap between the two of us. I'm glad that she's not the same age as me. I'm almost glad that we're not further apart. It works out for us. It's a good dynamic for us. Right.
Yes or no? Would you recommend dating an older man?
Yes.
Would you recommend dating a younger woman?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends. It's all about the people.
Think about a woman his age trying to have kids at his age, and then I'm younger, and then I have some time. I'm
not even going to go there.
Okay.
This is this question. I just want you to think about it and just be truthful and honest. Seeing that you have dated each other, you guys have broken up, even though Mr. Silas says he didn't. Would you give another ex the time of day? Would you go back and try to redate another ex, seeing what you've learned from this relationship and know what you've done wrong? And if you recalculated and re-brought out things that you did wrong with them, would you give them another chance?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Not only no, but...
Hell no.
No.
Okay. This was a different type of relationship for us. Okay. We were on a different level when it came to this relationship. Mm-hmm. We actually, at the very beginning, we actually acted like we were married. Mm-hmm. And then we had to learn that we're not married and we have to conduct ourselves as we're single, but we're together. Mm-hmm. And then, it's a process of learning. Mm-hmm. So from the beginning to now, it's just like I'm glad that I did this with you because I've learned so much as a person.
Right. Okay. Now that we're back together, you guys have the bond of commitment together again. The factors that broke you up in this relationship, were they factors in past relationships? Have you been repeating the process of why relationships end? Have you focused on that, and are you ready to change those things?
But remember what I said about you, as you go through life, you pick up these bags and you go on this life journey and you pick up this and you pick up that. It's not really a matter of are these things reoccurring. It's the fact that you're deciding to live with that baggage. So as we've been going through life, is this something that will surface again? No, because we made decisions to put those bags down and to keep pressing forward. So were they issues in the past? Yeah. Did they surface in this relationship? Yes. Will they resurface again? Not if it's a bag that you genuinely put down. If you haven't put it down and you've set it down and it's dragging on the heel of your foot, then of course you probably go pick it back up.
Right.
But no, not with things that you've really surrendered and really put down and cast down.
So, saying that, what measures have you guys taken to really understand that you guys renewed your commitment? Have you guys done counseling? Have you talked to other people about trying to stay together?
We've done spiritual counseling, and we also have our type of counseling have been from friends, and so we're learning that we need to be more inclined and in line with God's word and what He says to live by the text, and then the spiritual counseling is also helpful, and so I think the spirituality, just to have, like I said in my last interview, to have God within the unity between us has really taken us to another level. So I think that's the only counseling we need, along with people that are married, like a pastor or first lady, that have been through some things that can guide us for direction, because we're trying to get there.
It was a stipulation for our relationship that if we didn't go to counseling, some form of counseling together, that we weren't going to be together. Right. So we had to go to church together. We had to go to counseling together. I went to counseling on my own before we got together. After we got back together, it was important, because when you are leading a relationship, you have to make sure you on point, because you got a whole bunch of people that's going to start following you.
That's correct. I like the fact of the counseling, because a lot of people, as I say in my book, in relationships, we don't prepare for them. Everything else in life we tend to prepare for: education, travel, job interview. Even I've prepared for sex. Are we available today at 5? And I prepared, okay, let's get ready to do this. Let's eat a couple of nuts and some bananas so we can do. But in relationships, we tend to just hop into them like we hop into swimming pools. And counseling is one of those things that I believe that you need to talk to somebody on how to deal with issues that come up. And just because you set down bags, there are other issues that we didn't even know are going to come up. But since we have communication, and since we have already laid down that rule, listen, we're going to be together. We're going to work through whatever we need to do to work through. That's a great thing. A lot of people don't go to counseling. A lot of people don't talk to other people because they say, I'm letting others in my business. But the secret to success is not being by yourself. You need other people's opinion. You need to see, how did you make it 35 years? How did you make it 65 years when, oh my God, he's getting on my nerves. Oh my God, she won't hush. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. But Dawn and Savanis, I thank you for coming on the show. And so when that engagement ring comes out, I would like that to happen here. I'm just throwing it out there. Thank you. So this has been Moments with Mason. We're going to sign off right now. Stay tuned for our next show coming up in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much.
Stay with you, yeah. Call me crazy, but I still love you. Still love you. Even all the dysfunctional things you do. Like even when you're wrong and won't admit the truth. But you can call me crazy, cause I'm your baby, and I'm gonna stay with you.